Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I decided to do some Overwatch Candy inspired nail art. So I love Overwatch. It's one of my favorite video games of all time. I even have a whole shelf just dedicated towards it in my gamer section. And as you know, tonight is the night of Junkensteins Revenge, and as you see from the Halloween loot boxes, there's like these little candies that are in it. So of course, I had to do some nail art dedicated towards it. So if you want to know how I did these designs, then just keep on watching. I'm going to be showing you the demo on false nails I glued onto toothpicks, and I went ahead and painted every single one of them white. And once again, as I said, I'm just looking at a reference photo of the candy that is in the loot box. Oh my god, but like in a perfect world, I could be able to actually upload like my gaming content on a YouTube channel. Oh well, but back to the nail art. So for the first nail design I'm going to be working on, that's going to be on my thumbnail. And basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to paint on 3 of the little candies. So first things first is I'm going to go in with some black acrylic paint. I'm just going to paint on the outline of a little baggie. This is going to be for Junkrat's explosive candy, like the Pop Rocks. And while that is drying, I'm just going to paint on a little Reaper lollipop right over here on, the left side of the nail. As I say in all of my videos, acrylic paint dries fairly quickly, but still you want to make sure it completely dries before you, add any detail on top of it. But near the top portion, almost near the tip of my nail, I'm going to go in with some red and black acrylic paint and paint on another lolly. So I waited about 4 minutes for this black acrylic paint on the Junkrat candy to completely dry. Now I'm going to go in with different shades of acrylic paint and just start adding on the little details here and there. In the meantime, I'm going to let that, Junkrat nail design dry before I go back to it. In the meantime, I'm going to finish off painting on Reaper's face. As for the red one, I'm going to paint on, first a little peppermint swirl. This is going to be for the Hanzo and Genji candy. So if you're wondering why I use time-lapse in all my videos, that's because my nail art literally takes hours to do. But anyways, so here's the finished Junkrat Pop Rock candy, the Reaper Lollipop. And now for this one, I'm going to go in with green and blue and try to paint on little dragons. So they ended up coming out looking more like anchovies. Oh well, at least I tried. You get the idea. Everything here completely free-handed, no stickers or nail vinyls, anything like that. But anyways, so 1 nail down, now we got 4 more to go. So now moving on to the index nail design. For this one, I'm just going to paint on 2 of the little candies, one being Lucio, the other one being Sombra. First went in with just regular dark green and just painted on the background outline of Lucio's. I'm now going to go in with a little lavender lilac color for Sombra's. So now what I'm going to do is, once again looking at that reference photo and going back and forth between each design, I'm going to do my best to paint on the character's logo on the candy. I'm not going to lie when I said this nail design alone took me a whole 30 minutes to paint on, but anyways, here it is, it's completed. So now we move on to the third nail design, and this is going to be dedicated towards Soldier 76 as well as Tracer. So for Jack Morrison's candy, I'm obviously going to freehand paint it, but for Tracer's I decided to use this cute little nail art charm instead. So for the Soldier's candy, I'm going to paint on one massive one, kind of like the shape of the egg, and a bunch of little ones, even some that have already been bitten into. I then went in with just some red and blue and filled them in. So whenever that yellow dries, I'm going to go in with red and my safety pin and paint on a 76. As for the meantime, I'm going to go in with my turquoise color and my toothpick and just paint on a little toot toot. I also couldn't help myself. I had to paint on some, little candy corns just to fill up the empty spaces. But, I'm just going to place a little nail charm right there. And, yeah, so here's the finished nail design. So now we move on to the fourth nail design. Now, I'm actually going to include footage of a nail fail, so yeah, stay tuned. But in the meantime, I just went in with 2 shades of blue, both darker and a lighter one, and I'm just going to paint on a wrapper. This is going to be candy dedicated towards May. And up under here is actually the nail fail. I went in with orange, and I was going to paint on a thing for Winston. I didn't like how it turned out. But for the blue, I just went in and painted on a mini snowball. As for that orange portion, like I said, I really didn't like how it turned out, so I ended up covering it entirely with some white acrylic paint. I decided to instead paint on a little Pachamari candy because I could see that in the Halloween loot box. So yeah, that's all I did. Painted on a mini Pachamari and then, pink around it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Here's the completed nail design. So that one was actually the most difficult nail design, but now we move on to the 5th and final nail design. This is going to be on the pinky. And I'm going to paint on Diva's bubblegum as well as a little widow's kiss, like a widowmaker cookie. What's depressing? I'm a diva main, however, the detail was so tiny that the bunny doesn't even look right, and yeah, I'm so sorry about those lips. Oh well, at least I tried. But anyways guys, so here it is. Here are the 5 completed Overwatch Candy nails. Anyways, as I say in all my videos, feel free to add any top coat, whether a shiny and or a matte. I chose to go with a matte top coat, that's just my personal preference. But feel free to add a hollow top coat if you choose. I'm Hank Hill, and I tell you what, it is so hard to talk in a customer service voice. For 8 hours a day, they come home and do a voiceover. But anyways guys, here it is. Here are the finished Overwatch Candy inspired nail art. So, fun fact, I actually did these nails 3 years ago in 2017, but for some reason I never filmed a tutorial for them. But anyways guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's nail art. Let me know down in the comments, what other nail art you would like for me to do on my channel. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching.